Oops, what a day. So today, not typical of that kind of day for theater, what would they call them? Say the day the show must go on because from all indication and from everything we happened today, I know even supposed they on air today because I had a lot of battle before coming on here today. But fortunately, we're here and I'm glad to be here. So for some reasons, my inverter batteries ran out totally and I no get access to light. And I don't day off the grid now. Be NEPA no gree bring our light for a couple of days, so I didn't have electricity supply. And then I tried to turn on to my generator. My generator don't collapse. I couldn't start it. It was just chaotic this evening, but I fought and ensured that I'm here. Good evening, guys, and sincere apologies for starting this late. But we'll make it very quick. And I just wanted us to touch some very few things so you be say they happen for Nigeria as usual. Now updates that they bring for us, so make I bring on an update so they happen for inside Nigeria. Welcome to Update with Precious. Always a pleasure to be with you guys. Good times and bad times, we must always make it happen, right? Welcome to the show. So now waiting they happen. Sometimes you have it very good. Sometimes they so good like that. Today, now one of those days where we say we get to battle before we come on. But I deeply appreciate all of you for your unalloyed support, for your love, and passion to see this channel grow and to see us talk for the growth and development of our country. My name is Precious Enyi, and I bid you warm welcome to the show. So very quickly, we'll go touch light on a few things. Now, one of the things we'll go touch light. Now, waiting Professor Chukwuma Soludo, the esteemed governor of Anambra State, talk as Peter Obi come visit for inside Anambra State about the federal government visit or the presidency's visit to Anambra State. And a lot of people don't they touch like the matter. Come they look and say, Soludo, you lie, you do this, you do that. We will talk about that matter. We go pick out the lies, perhaps the truth for waiting in talk. And we'll even look at why it be say Soludo like to constantly attack Peter Obi. Because people don't look at like say it be like say Soludo dey on the mission to make sure say it play down on the character of Peter Obi. Why so? You see, the problem what we get for inside this country, and I say, now what to make it be like say people they talk say we need to like ourselves for South. Because why will your brother be so close to clinching the presidency and then now you won't come reign am for that your brother? That now waiting people they talk. If people for other places, I mean, how many times would they see northerners talk down on their people where they even know say they good? In fact, the ones where they even know say bad. How many times did they talk down on them, let alone the ones where they good? But that is not to say that, and I totally agree with Soludo in terms of the fact that it's not because he's my brother or he's from Anambra State, and I go support him for everything we do. I mean, I for one, I can campaign for anybody that I believe in his character and competency to come into government. If I have that opportunity to campaign, but I go also campaign against you if it be say you fail. You understand? So this now one of those things. So this is not one of those things. So but then again, the constant backlash with Soludo and Peter Obi, it be like say don't they get to another level. But we will talk about that matter. Then secondly, Bayo Onanuga wake up this morning, decide to choose saying a dragon now you go take because tell me why Bayo Onanuga will come bring out an indices and an explanation. Coincidentally, from the same Chukuma Soludo, we state to the fact say um APC administration now ruin Nigeria economy because that's clearly what he did. And Nigerians not fair to remind us, say, excuse me, Uncle Bayo, come, Emma Bineda, come here, come and tell us. Are you owning up to the fact that now on an APC in Nigeria? Oh wow! Now we see that they own up to now. Well, we'll go look at that matter to when the time come. Plus, including some rivers people, then wait on they cry, they vex as they consign the state of emergency and the complaints and what they don't make. And somebody will be a River State chief or Niger Delta chieftain come at come talk say make the judiciary precisely they careful because if the judiciary is not careful the way they use take sides say Nigeria fit end up like Ghana. No call Jerry Rawlings the kind of thing will happen where Jerry Rawlings do where it be say it lead to the fine of some very corrupt people for Ghana say that fit be the case of Nigeria if they know they careful and people are saying is that not too heavy a statement to make? Is that not too heavy a statement to make? Well, that's not part of what we'll also look at. But then we'll also look at other matter. Yes, a weekend, the minister of FCT don't come and come and say, hey, Tinubu is changing Nigeria. He's working very hard, working like no man has worked before. In fact, he's changing the leadership narrative in Nigeria, putting smiles on your faces, putting smiles on the faces of citizens. Hey, I beg. I would like to know the smile, the color of smile within your face. I beg. I'm going to wait to hear from you, right? Okay, moving on to more issues. Secret Police DSS, according to this exclusive, say Secret Police DSS don't arrest one Ibrahim Jada. Where criticize your former Senate President Ahmed Lawan for and where expose them for one bogus what did they call them water project when you do where no get water inside. The project worth 5.73 billion naira without water inside. Now that one, they say they don't go hold it. But how dare you talk? How dare you criticize? Say DSS don't. According to say, I didn't see any story I bring here. I'm not the writer more. Now I make they back them up with either headline or videos. So that I go see, say na people matter I bring come. My own. Now just to analyze this side and this side. So I bring the two of them together. That's what I do here before you guys come for me. But moving on to other issues, ban on live political programs sparks media opera controversy in Kano State. I told you yesterday, say for Kano State, the governor can't talk and say, hey, excuse me. Nobody should hereby talk anything politics live anymore. We have banned you people. We have disbanded you. Don't speak politics live anymore. From now go. In fact, before your guest go come analyze politics, he go sign MOU and to talk say I anti-abuse law, anti-abuse memorandum. I hereby state that I will not abuse anybody in this analysis I want to come and analyze. Well, that one I hear said it's on the cause wahala for inside Kano State right now. Talking about the North, Sultan of Sokoto don't talk, saying they deeply worried over the way we be saying security just they climb up for not. What's happen when security just they go like this for inside North? And did I also tell you, say northern governors don't come together, come talk, say right now they need state police to help Nigeria move forward. Say now only state police now be waiting they go fit need to make this country move forward. My people, now the matter them we get for grand big this. I will go begin touchlight all of them one by one as they go this evening. So where should we even start from? I know you all want us to start with Peter Obi and Soludo matter. Calm down. Oh, did I also told you, not tell you? I also tell her I say Pat Utomi talk today where we're in fact yesterday night, when we were here with Ibrahim Abdul Karim yesterday, and he tell us say as we dey with am now, say Patutomi even day meeting day live right now for channels television where he dey hold interview, and for that live saying own up, saying talk, say he no go ever take political office again. But one of the questions when they ask him for that live interview when going, I say they ask him say, okay, as an economist, person will be say don't study economy, study, can't get plenty degree inside. Waiting be the grounds where you get with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Waiting be the things where you think say he know they do well, and waiting think say he go do differently. Because you say you want form shadow government, right? Government will go put the government into the right path for waiting they need to do right? Okay. So waiting you go do. Now, in talk the things and when you say go do, but guess what? People were even some people follow for inside the comment, can't they even abuse them, even abuse sickness where you get joined together. Now, what for Nigerians? So person of you open mark criticize person for inside this country. When Mark could hear them, I don't want to bring up those tweets and reactions of people when they abuse them because it's day very hurtful. But if you want to see them, you go directly for Channels Television Twitter page. You go see them there under the post where it be say then they criticize them. But make we hear Patutomi assessment of Tinubu administration so far, the things that went do wrong and the things went in for do right. We go hear that one. We go come here also where in talk say ain't no go fit ever take any political position again. We go reaffirm and we go stamp am here as evidence to prove say now waiting in talk so that tomorrow if he do otherwise we go use that one hold them. Then I don't tell her say waiting yes and we can talk now. We also look at all of those matter. Also visit River State. Look waiting River State people they talk concerning the state of emergency where they there and the banning of their governor, especially as 29th May they come Democracy Day, no vex. How they go you celebrate their own Democracy Day? They go celebrate demo military day, demo military sole administrator day. Well, I could just go listen to part of the first of all. When they come back, stay with us here with
doing wrong, and where do you see that wrong action? What is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu doing wrong? And where do you see that wrong action taking us to?
See, again, you come to an area that I don't want to personalize things. Let's take policy, specific policies, and look at how they have been implemented, how they have not worked. And I can speak to how that is not going the way. And in my statement, I dealt with a number of them. Look, let's take the issue of pain. The people are feeling pain in our country, people are really dying, suffering. There's hunger in the land. The way government carries on, you will not believe that is the case. And I use examples. When the government bought a befitting presidential jet, we had a lovely 737 presidential jet, but we bought a more befitting one at a time when most of our citizens could not act out a bare human type survival. In our history, you can go back to 1976. As a young youth corps back then, we gave General Obasanjo hell for small things. But look at the kinds of things that he did. When oil prices dropped a few notches, he said that we could not afford to live the way we were living, that we had to cut our coat according to our cloth, not according to our size. He came down to a Peugeot 404 as the official state car. We know of a president in this world who drives around himself in his Volkswagen Beetle in Latin America. What is wrong with going even in your SUV? Why spend the kind of money we've spent buying this beast, or whatever they call that monster that is now a new presidential car? Not talk of new jets. You can't be doing things like that and ask people to sacrifice. No, you lead by example. But it seems like the Nigerian political class thinks that it should be given everything to live luxuriantly at the expense of the dying people. That is not acceptable to me as a citizen. And I think that we must reverse those kinds of ways of thinking about public life.
So let's just take a little break.
We got here because of two.
I would like me to take a break, analyze, and he hear what in talk. When he talk about, say, he give example of the former president Obasanjo and waiting him may do. If you know here and well, we could go back again to him, because now a lot of people don't they lambast the same part to me. They talk say, what you they talk about bag of rice? Wetin bag of rice get to do with jet? You want tell me say na the price of jet because of the jet we buy now for reduce price of bag of rice for come down. Make we listen to am again, this time with understanding, to try understand wetin him talk, whether truly in dey wrong to make that analogy, to make that example, or in dey right.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu
no vex
doing wrong, and where do you see that wrong action taking us to?
See, again, you come to an area that I don't want to personalize things. Let's take policy, specific policies, and look at how they have been implemented, how they have not worked. And I can speak to how that is not going the way. And in my statement, I dealt with a number of them. Look, let's take the issue of pain. The people are feeling pain. In our country, people are really dying, suffering. There's hunger in the land. The way government carries on, you will not believe that is the case. And I use examples. When the government bought a befitting presidential jet, we had a lovely 737 presidential jet, but we bought a more befitting one at a time when most of our citizens could not act out a bare human type survival. In our history, you can go back to 1976. As a young youth corps back then, we gave General Obasanjo hell for small things. But look at the kinds of things that he did. When oil prices dropped a few notches, he said that we could not afford to live the way we were living, that we had to cut our coat according to our cloth, not according to our size. He came down to a Peugeot 404 as the official state car. We know of a president in this world who drives around himself in his Volkswagen Beetle in Latin America. What is wrong with going even in your SUV? Why spend the kind of money we've spent buying this beast, or whatever they call that monster that is now a new presidential car? Not talk of new jets. You can't be doing things like that and ask people to sacrifice. No, you lead by example. But it seems like the Nigerian political class thinks that it should be given everything to live luxuriantly at the expense of the dying people. That is not acceptable to me as a citizen. And I think that we must reverse those kinds of ways of thinking about public life.
Prof, we got here because of two policies. Removing subsidy from PMS, removing subsidy from FX in that sense, and now for Band A people, that subsidy is also gone in that sense. What could he have done differently? I mean, as a policy direction, because the argument they also have is to the effect that all the frontliners had made similar promises.
Yeah, which is one of the big lies about that. And I want to give a clear example. You see, petroleum subsidy was a source of big abuse. Now people go back to say, you see, you fought it under Jonathan. When the thing was fought under Jonathan, the point I personally made in 1911 or 12, when the demonstrations were taking place, is it is not about removing subsidy. It is the corruption that is called subsidy. Part of the reason they were doing it around that time is elections were approaching. They wanted the so-called marketing companies to take the advantage of this so-called subsidy thing to fund the PDP. You can play games whatever you like or not. It's the corruption that I've always criticized. Subsidy is 70% corruption. If you really are serious, okay, this government is unfolding all kinds of things in NNPC. Haven't I been shouting about this for forever? I, on this channel, said a couple of months ago that NNPC was the most opaque organization in the world. Now, if we just seriously went and said, first thing, let's deal with the scam in this so-called subsidy, we would have removed 60% of what we call subsidy. Then we say, okay, having removed that, we don't want subsidy. What is left? How can we sequence the implementation that it does not trigger the kind of inflation that it did trigger? Yes, it will cause some inflation, but how can we manage it? So sequencing is a very critical part. Look,
very clearly. So I would like to this matter them one by one. As I did like this, I be dey try get evidences of waiting the former Minister of Finance being talk about subsidy removals for inside the country, and I'm going to be quoting what the former Minister of Finance said about those and how she used address them. But before I get there, let me quickly just state about the make I quickly talk about the presidential jet where e be say the president buy, and where a lot of people they talk say how would the presidential jet buying have reduced the price of rice or the price of anything, because things wey cost don't cost. Now that small jet wey him buy for himself now for reduce the price of rice, now that small jet now for make people forget a better life and all of that. Because if you go under the street, now some people they insult Pat Utomi. If you go where Channel Television tweet where they post this particular video, now so they insult Pat Utomi. Now let me explain something. Nobody talks say maybe the price of the jets we be say buy over $100 million thereabouts go fit bring down the price of rice. It should actually, if you fit give subsidy to if you fit subsidize farm produce at least for a period of time for some people, that would have helped. Apart from that, since I'm not the economist, but what people they talk and say, if you talk say make people manage because of your policies, because things they had now and the decisions where you take now painful decisions where we need for to better our country, why shouldn't you also manage? Remember that the jet we bought, it's like no other. The jets, now jet we be say get luxury interior design. Luxury interior design. Designed for a Saudi Arabian prince. Not be me right amo. Na so then talk am. Designed for a Saudi Arabia prince where they live luxury life. Now the kind of jet we will go by, we get everything for the interior. The jet get practically everything for inside the interior of the jet. That's not the kind of jet we go by. And then you come to ask yourself, did we need that exact type of jet? Did Nigeria need that kind of jet? Especially at this time where Ibise would they tell our people, I beg, make on manage, things too hard. Why should we buy that kind of jet at this time? When would they tell people say, I beg, make on manage, things too hard? That now the question. And do you know that it's not just that we bought that jet that is luxurious, where it gets beautiful interior, beautiful finishing, and all of those. Guess what? As I dey talk to you right now, I hear say that our newly jet. We hear I hear, not be me carry the news. Say that our new jet we will buy. This South Africa, they undergo washing and setting. If you understand me. That is the jet they undergo repainting and redesigning. Now, the question I say, why do we have to carry the jet to South Africa to redesign or to paint or to do anything? You won't tell us, say, for inside the whole Nigerian aviation sector, we not get people where be say go fit paint our presidential aircraft. We have to carry it to South Africa to paint, enriching the economy of South Africa at our own detriment. That is what we had to do. That's not the question we would ask, because right now, news carry am say that on a presidential jet right now, in South Africa right now, they undergo refurbishing. They undergo refurbishing, painting, redesigning. In fact, even the interior, maybe they fit even change am, make the interior finer than the way it is again. So why did we have to spend that kind of money? Why we go spend that kind of money if we be say we dey tell people say abeg make una endure, things dey hard, we know say this policy wey we bring e dey hard for una, make una endure, but then you're living that kind of life of affluence, and as if it's not even enough, you also went as far. I remember the president's wife telling us that, look, we are not poor, we're not here to squander state money, we are here to better the country, because we, our family, we are rich, we have our own money. She said that once. So people go don't think, say the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there is no kind of car we won't buy today, we no go buy. There is no kind of private jet we won't buy as of today, we feel no buy. Then why expend government resources in buying those? Changing a car for yourself and escalate, buying a new presidential jet, the one that is very befitting for you. And then you're telling Nigerians the steps and the decisions I took are painful and you must endure. Now, another question be say, what's in be the things where the president don't do to reduce, at least to show himself, say, I dey suffer with honor. You hear what's in the basic part of Utomi talk, give Obasanjo as an example. When it was time to make a certain policy, and Obasanjo said, no, we don't need this at this time. Why? Because say, we go need to cut our cut, not according to our size because we're big, but according to the cloth we get, according to our material. Then why exactly are people coming for part Utomi for this statement we be saying make? I just want to know. Oh, yeah, make
We
you
don't
watch
want
the
subsidy.
concluding part of that.
What is left?
Make you hear more things.
How can we sequence the implementation that it does not trigger the kind of inflation that it did trigger? Yes, it will cause some inflation, but how can we manage it? So sequencing is a very critical part. Look, I was very involved in policy when we went through the structural adjustment program, and we talked about the J curve and all those lags. This will now kick in. And all that turned out to be a significant lie. It didn't kick in because there were many aspects of the process. And this is the new book I'm writing now, Why Some Nations Are Still Poor. Now, one of the most important things to put into the equation of an adjustment program of that nature is how to create markets. Clayton Christensen, with one of his former Nigerian students, Ojomo, and another of his students, wrote a book, The Prosperity Paradox. We have to focus on how do we create markets and how do we build entrepreneurs. It is those people who then fill in this pipeline. It is nothing automatic at all about, you remove subsidy, this, and then the economy will be good. It's lie. You create entrepreneurship, generate production, and with the production, as the pain is being felt, jobs being created, the exports that are taking place, providing foreign exchange, and you have a more balanced thing, and you grow your way out of that challenge. But not to have a strategy that includes all of this, it's a waste of time.
All right, Prof. One of the counter-arguments they always have at the macroeconomic level, they say when you look at the macroeconomic dashboard, it looks better than the administration of Muhammadu Buhari. So they pick up things like increase in FX reserve. They talk about, of course, we've cleared this IMF, although I think the charges are still there, but they've talked about this IMF we didn't default. They've also talked about the issue of using some of these funds for NEL fund. They also talk about record high revenue for subnationals through FAC, and a couple of other things they reel out as some of the gains in that sense of the removal of some of these subsidies. But it's going to take a bit of time, just like you said, for it to come to fruition. And so Nigerians should just calm down in that sense. Does that argument make sense to you?
And I am telling you that that's the same argument all of us made in 1986, and it didn't happen. Because the lag, so-called J curve, doesn't just, turn. We found that it didn't turn. And this is why I'm writing this book now, to show that it doesn't turn. Because we've not created entrepreneurship. We've not created markets. We have not raised production. As far as I know, Nigeria is not producing even to deal with the situation with food insecurity. Because there is insecurity in the land, the farmers are not going to the farms. Even many farmers have forgotten how to farm because insecurity has kept them away already for 7, 8 years from farming. So they don't even know how to farm anymore. So a massive program that begins to re-teach farming, provides incentives, provides security for these people to now grow. And systematically says, okay, look, there's hunger in the land. There's many things if we focus on, it will take 5 years. But there are food crops that grow in 3 months. So let's take these legumes and massively support people, military protection, bam, in 3 months, food plenty. While they are eating, you are dealing with the other kinds of produce that we need to deal with. But I don't see any of that. You are not going to get anywhere unless there's enough entrepreneurship, unless there's enough markets being created. And they should know. They should go and talk to Jomo and the Prosperity Paradox people.
All right, Prof. So
it's possible.
All right, so I don't hear him, and as then you talk him. But then I'd like to take your thought and reactions on this. Now, the reason why this is very important to us is because one of the things we see the policies of this administration and the removal of subsidy on fuel, right? And then we also remove subsidy on we also float the naira, which me say we stop to patch the naira or remove come out subsidy for the naira now. Now waiting make we float the naira, make it get your own fighting chance. But even at that, we're spending money also to also wage that same naira because we'll not just let them today free like that. Because it's say they free like that by night, we don't even reach 30,000. According to what some people, the economists don't talk. But aside that, even the fear way be say we say the subsidy, Aerofy has come out here to tell us. Other people don't tell us several times. Say we even spend more money now for subsidy past the way we spend before. Government or people will call them shortfalls or differentials. Now the same name, but it look like saying a subsidy. What's it be the subsidy? The difference between the money where you buy the product and the money where you want sell them to your people. So if you buy pay any shortfalls and differentials, I want to understand what will be really the difference as it take the way make for no sustain the subsidy for the people to ensure that they no go through the pain where they go right now. Let's even look at what the government is saying about subsidy in electricity because I don't understand this one when they come give us band A, B, C, Z. I'm going to bring excerpt from two newspapers make on say because I do remember sometime in Muhammadu Buhari administration when Madam Zainab Ahmed, will be the then Minister of Finance, come and tell us the Finance Minister, FG has quietly removed all power sector subsidies. Now be precious in your right hand. This day newspaper carry am. Business Day carry am. The Punch newspaper, Lagos Ibadan Express carry am. So excuse me, if they say federal government has quietly removed all, they didn't say some power sector subsidies. They said all power sector subsidies. Then why it be say would they can't get band A to Z? Say now because of say then they remove subsidy for band A. Now waiting make band A they pay that amount. Or is it just that it was an outright increment by 330% to people where they use band A? And right now there's a threat to double that increment or to spread them around other bands. Because waiting, Oga Adelebo, Minister of Power, talk say we no go fit continue to cope like that again. I'll show you another evidence because make it not be like say Python where one person see, I've been a lizard where one person see don't become Python. This is Punch newspaper carrying it. We have quietly removed electricity. This one say you no call them power again, electricity. We have quietly removed electricity subsidy. Fuel subsidy will follow. When was this statement made? 12th of March 2022. Madam Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed. Now she talk am, not be me. E dey for Punch newspaper. We've quietly removed electricity in a subsidy. Fuel subsidy will soon follow. That is to say that the money where band A they pay now, where they increase their tariff by 330%, not be because of or not be as a result of removal of electricity subsidy. Now outright increments by 333%. That is what it is. That is government is deliberately taxing people. It was in the news this afternoon. NIMC, people where they do on an NIN, don't increase the money where you go use change your name if you get error for your name, you get change of birth error or all of those things. So it be say most times the mistakes from their staff. If you get that kind of problem and you won't change them, they don't increase the money to 28,000 naira. And Nigerians are crying. How do we have that kind of, how do we pay that much money? Now, this not be for any reason, not be because of say, oh, they need 28,000 naira to make the correction. Because you can actually tax the staff to make that correction for free. That 28,000 naira is government outrightly taxing NIMC to generate revenue. So they're using you and I or anybody go get problem for in what do they call them for in NIN to make money to generate revenue. So government now, how can you be telling people manage things are hard? manage, things are hard. Prioritize made in Nigeria. We must prioritize. At the moment where they tell us to prioritize made in Nigeria, your private jet where they drive as president, they another country, they receive washing and setting. At that time, you're telling us to prioritize made in Nigeria. At that time, Gongo, the private jet, they another country, they receive washing and setting. They're not gonna feel wash and setting for Nigeria. They're not gonna do the refurbishing for Nigeria. Why we get to fly them? The landing charge will go even pay for that period where you go dig there, they receive that washing and setting alone. Now, Nigerians' money, that money can feed a lot of Nigerians. Now, how is that sensitive? So it is not that people who criticize this administration criticize them because of say, oh, they hate the administration. No, I really don't care where anybody comes from, where rulers. What thing I just want a good governance. What thing I just want to be able to be able to the ability to afford the things and what I want to afford. What thing I want now to see the things and way be say government supposed to provide for me. May they provide. I mean, you have a social contract with people to give them, use their natural resources, the resources generally, both natural and other resources we can give it to manage. Use them, give them better government, right? Give me that better government. That's just what I want. I didn't have to suffer electricity this evening before I would have to come on air. My inverter failed me, my generator failed me, everything failed me, NEPA failed me, join. I almost could not come on air today. So imagine if my life, my means of livelihood depended on this coming on air today. I for lose my earning for the day, or for even lose my job. Why? Because of government ineptitude. Because of what government supposed to do, where they no fit do. Now, most of these countries, where did they go take medical care? Where did they send their children to go? Where did they go visit and all that for holidays? How many of these countries they treat their citizens like this? This is not the question. So when we demand for good governance, we're not demanding because we hate the government in power. No, it is because it is your responsibility. I mean, Mr. President, you said, don't pity me. I know how hard the job I am going to look for is. So not pity me. I did ready to take them up. So if you say I could not pity you, then how come you can't the people anytime when people just cough, then like, if you see what people said to Utomi over this interview today, you would almost want to cry. For a man who perhaps is battling a health condition like this, you would almost want to cry. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to amplify those ones that really insulted him and insulted his health. I won't do that. But I will just show you a few other insults where they don't lambast them, or a few other criticisms where be said they don't. Some of them are not going to show and finish because not screenshot all of them. You understand? So that means anybody will just come out can't talk anything against government. Now, this is where Madam Zainab Ahmed talk and say we don't remove subsidy from electricity. Others will follow. It was there, black and white. How come you're telling us right now that all electricity subsidy may be removed again? Just come out plain. Not do mago mago, not do two-face. Tell us, say, we will increase electricity again, a tariff again by 300% across board. Then let us know. Not be telling us it is subsidy you're removing in electricity. Because Buhari government tell us that they don't remove her. I've been a lie, Madam Zainab lie. Or you probe her for coming out to say that and it turns out not to be true. Abi, now my eye they pay me, I not see him well. Now, here is what some people had to say to Pat Utomi today because of some of that interview we be say get when they talk about Tinubu administration. You're not gonna read them now. He said comparing presidential jet to price of rice shows you are unintelligent, Mr. Oga. The jet won't follow him when he leaves office. But did he need it at this time? The jet no go follow him, not true. But at the time when the country they suffer, did he need the jet at this time? That is the question. Not because your name not on bow. He said a lot. Another person say, I lost interest in listening to Professor Utomi a long time. Then they insult him. In fact, plenty insults the way we say and counter objections. So why is it like that? Is it that the man did not make sense, or is just that we must by all means try to support government, whether they're doing good or bad? That's the question that I have to ask. So there is a lot to talk about this matter. And I don't know why it be like, say, anytime we be say government need to do what they're supposed to, and somebody criticize the government and pointing out the things where government do when no they good, and waiting the feel do we go they good, it don't become a problem. I mean, more can come out, can talk, say, na treason for Patutomi to bring out a shadow government, to bring a government where it be say because say na only parliamentary system of government where they happen. Or it happen for South Africa and parliamentary, it happen for UK and parliamentary, really. It happen. So what stops us from adopting an element of a system of government we will not get if you go feel help our people? You cannot be a repository of knowledge. You don't know all. So if you don't know all, if a shadow government go fit put you in check to know so that you go serve the people right, especially at this time where you know say you need them. You need to gain their confidence to win 2027. What is wrong with that? Must you clamp down on anything where opposition they do? Anything where opposition won't talk. People say, no, you know good. No, not only your own good. Not only your own good. Only you not feel good now. You can't be a repository of knowledge. Nobody know I'm all. You understand me? All right, let's move quickly to other issues. I have a lot to say about this, but I just have to rush on. So Patutomi also mentioned that he's not saying this because he's planning to take up any political position now or in the nearest future. As a matter of fact, say he don't do his own part for life and he no one come back again to take up any political position. Say waiting he be say in the talk about, waiting making the talk, waiting in the talk. Now because of in passion to make people see people succeed. In fact, there's something he said that really caught me. He said these people don't make us hate each other. You don't make us bitter people. Because you can see the kind of response under Patutomi tweet. Say it don't make us bitter people, and that Nigerians are not bitter people ordinarily. Now politicians now don't make us bitter people. And that's where he did say and swear that he's never going to take any political position again, now or even contract, even now or in the nearest future. Say any government will come on, even if that person will be saying support, his own work now to critique them, criticize them, to see say them bring indeed good dividend of democracy for the people. I for like make we hear when they talk so that we'll see as in use his own mouth talk You know, say they say Lizard way one
They are
person
making people bitter.
So hear him
in our
saying it so
country.
you see.
And we're
Yes,
not
sir.
bitter people. You check my profile. 80% of my best friends come from another ethnic group. And for me to wake up one day and actually see that everything I say is viewed from the ethnic group that I so-called come from. In fact, it's interesting that many years ago, Femi Falana said to me, don't go and run in Delta. You are more of a Lagos person. You know, we must deal with this identity politics thing and destroy it. Run for Senate in Lagos. Many years ago, Femi Falana asked me to do that. Well, I, at the point, was not even going to run for anything anymore until some people dragged me and pulled me and said all kinds of things that made me go to Delta. Let me make a Sherman declaration here. Because, you know, one of the things that people who don't think like to think is that everybody thinks like them. And because the thing that drives them is power, position, money, they think everybody else is driven by that. Let me state clearly here that I will not run for public office. I will not accept an appointment. I will not accept a contract by any government in Nigeria. My only concern, my commitment is the well-being of the next generation. I have literally lived my life, and thank God I've lived it decently without government money or stealing anybody's thing. And I want to take that away from people who talk nonsense about, oh, he's looking for a contract, he's looking for position. President Yaradua and the people who were sitting with him when he invited me to become a member of his cabinet are alive. Offered me a position, and I said to him, sorry, I am not looking for a position.
Okay.
I am a patriot. You can call me anytime you want, and I'll give you the benefit of my position. So I think that these people are destroying a country, that fomenting hate to sustain power is not a good thing. And history will question them, their consciences will question them, and ultimately God will question them.
You hear me say history go question them. Even God self go question them. Even their own life self go question them at the end of the day. I mean, we don't have to hate each other because of politics. I don't even know why we do all those things. He's from so place, he's from so place. When you go receive good governance, a person from so place, now you go to remember. Please, if this is your first time of joining us, click on the subscription button now. Kindly subscribe and please share this post. Make sure we educate ourselves and enlighten ourselves. Now, the good of our country, now all of us define. If Nigeria better, most of us will go run, come back here, invest here, because actually Nigeria is sweeter to stay, sweeter to live, sweeter to invest than even abroad. Tax won't do. So we can make that happen here if we get good governance. If we get good government. The same oil where we get nine Saudi Arabia, nine United Arab Emirates get and all of that. Look at the kind of dividends of democracy they give their people, even though they not be democracy in the practice, as it were. See the kind of thing that they give themselves. You get education free, you get healthcare free, you get this one. In fact, some of them say, you know, they pay tax at all. Not be the same oil where we get. In fact, Nigeria, they rich in much more natural resources than Saudi Arabia and Dubai. I don't want to say two of them join together. The only thing where they get what we get now oil. But other natural resources we get, them not get them. I don't even want to talk about fertile ground where we get. They not get them. But yet, then they use those ones that benefit the people. I mean, you may come here and tell me that waiting be the population of those people, they go feed up. Waiting be the corruption indices of those places. Because now, because of the corruption, I make the little then get the fee manager. If they get the kind of dubious mind we will get for Nigeria, they go still squander the money and they not go still do anything for their people. So that is why we must hold people accountable. Our work now to they talk. Make them for no say we now have sense. We can see, we know better, and we demand better, right? Okay, now speaking about things that we need to do. Somebody, a Rivers Niger Delta chieftain, reacting to what's in the happen for inside Niger Delta, had something to say, and it was a bit scary listening to him when he talk, because if they talk say if we not they careful, we go fit toward the line of Ghana with the way we do things, especially with the way the judiciary they openly take sides for judgment. He said it, I didn't say it. So don't hold me. You see here, I go play evidence. He said the way the judiciary they openly take sides for judgment, say it dey very dangerous for the country, and say it no dey good at all. Make we listen to him when he
The
talk,
judiciary is not
I'd
also
like you
helping
to also
matters.
react to that. If you'd
The
like to.
judiciary is supposed to be the check. The judiciary is not also helping matters. The judiciary is supposed to be the checkmate. But in this context, they are not also following the law. They don't obey the constitution also. They just do whatever they like, and they are compromised. It's open compromise. It's not only in this political matter, even in other several matters. You can see the judiciary being compromised. We need cleansing. We need to cleanse the judiciary. There's need to cleanse the executive. There's need to cleanse the purge the National Assembly for this country to move forward. The constitution is very clear about corruption. That we should eradicate corruption. That should be section 102. That we must eradicate corruption. So if we will eradicate corruption, then the executive must take steps. And the leadership of the judiciary must also take steps to comply with the constitution, where the constitution says we must ensure that corruption is eradicated in the system. And if we don't do that, then we will tilt towards a dictatorship, a one-party state, a dictatorship that can decide or do whatever they like, contrary to the constitution. And when that happens, you will expect anarchy. You will expect social disorder. These are the things we must guide against. You see, Nigeria should learn a lesson. We must look at the political history of Nigeria to know how we metamorphose to where we are, and prevent those things that made those early democracy to fail. We must also learn from Ghana how corrupt officials were killed by mutiny, by government to say this people are corrupt, so kill them. And Nigeria, we also witnessed how many years Nigerian politicians are imprisoned in Nigeria. Some 100 years, some 200 years. And most of them died in the process. We are not learning. Politicians are not learning. Politicians are not learning. Because if we are learning from the judiciary to the legislature to the executive, we must seem to be fair and just. But what we are doing is purely illegality. And Nigerians are watching. We are not happy. Today you are in government. Government is assistant. It will not last forever. Except this government wants to make themselves life government, life president. Except Tinubu wants to make himself life president, and the National Assembly accepts to be life president. Otherwise, it's 8 years. Another government will come. And that government may have the right to probe you, to know how you have managed the country. So they should learn. They should learn from this and see how best we can salvage Nigeria. Particularly Rivers State, we are begging Mr. President to retrace his step, to know that he has made mistake, to know he has violated the constitution, and see that the needful is done. We want peace, and for us to get peace, both parties must work together to get peace. Not one party castigating the other party because the other party is silent. They are silent does not mean they are weak. They want peace. They want to see that we get peace without any rancor. So every party must work towards peace and not to be issuing statements that are aggravating.
All right. Okay. So you hear what's in talk, and that really got to me. Really, so we'll need to be careful. And as a matter of fact, nobody did power forever, right? Even though some people then go almost want to do everything possible to make sure say somehow they still they near power, but then nobody go fit enjoy that power forever. So waiting we do with the power when we get them matter a lot, and waiting with the things so Nigerian leaders then they do with power. He said quite a lot of things. What are your thoughts and reactions to that? I would like hear from you. I'm not just trying to talk too much about this matter before you go there like say I did for or I did against anybody. And then Kyo Briggs also said something about the truth about Fubara apologizing to Nyesom Wike. And if he actually did, is he the first person to do so? You can't remember when Nyesom Wike, when he be governor and when he be local government chairman, talk him even openly, say he don't go knee down. Him be don't go knee down for Peter Odili then. He knelt down for Peter Odili. So if
So
Fubara
when
kneel down for him,
it
who
can't
be the
happen,
first
say
person to
they
kneel down? But let's hear some things that we, this now waiting some Rivers women get to talk about how they feel right now, the state and the pulse for inside River State, concerning
so when
the state of
it can't
emergency
happen,
within.
say they can't remove our governor, give us state of emergency. If you look at the state now, everywhere things no go the way it's supposed to go again. It be like woman wey get eye, get leg, dey waka, you can't remove the eye or you comot the leg. How that woman go take the waka? No way. Our market now, if you enter market, everywhere cold. You no see buyers. You get market, you no fit sell. But when our governor been there, now the eye where we get be that. Now e be like they come comot our eye, say make we no see road again. So now market quiet, everywhere quiet, and the hear civil servant dey cry. This one they cry, children they cry, school side and they cry. How we go do? We not get any other choice. This only governor we can make our life better for River State. Now they can't come out and we they beg our president, please bring back our governor for us. We not get any other state to go. We not get any other place to call our state. Now River State be our state. We be Rivers women. So we they call on the president to please bring back our governor so that things go feel work well for us again. Since this governor enter River State, we had him as governor. Everybody will testify that things are moving well. Nobody, if you go to civil servant, they will testify. If you go to market people, they will testify. And we hope he will do better before he was removed.
Nothing is working in the state. The state is on standstill. No business is moving anymore. The financial aspect, nothing is working. We are calling on the president to please come and restore. We are calling on the president to please come and make peace in River State. Restore our governor. We need our governor. When the governor was there, the money was flowing. Everything was moving okay. There was peace in the state. But now nothing is moving. Everything is on standstill. No business is moving. Nothing is working in the state. Please, Mr. President, we are calling on you. Come and have peace and restore peace in River State.
All right, you don't hear the voices of River State women as they to call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu say make him restore peace for inside the state and bring back their governor. I go also like what you say. But now speaking about bringing back governor, before we well, make I just go talk with him and kill Briggs talk. Oh, and kill Briggs don't come and contact. Say wait. I'm here some weekends. You say for those of you who don't know, go get interpretation. You say waiting to the call us similar if Obara go apologize, you go need that, you go do this. Say that kind of thing no happen, but even if it happen, now be you set the precedent, not be you be the number one EG, for example. But
He said he laid down.
He don't start from all the
So he himself
beg
is
Bridget side, even beg good luck Jonathan and his wife. So now you be the now him be the first person way beg. Go hear how much you talk about.
He said he laid down.
Take a listen.
So he himself is not new politically to the idea of kneeling down. He has knelt down severally. He has knelt down to Patience Goodluck. He has knelt down to publicly self. He has knelt down to Dr. Peter Odili. So now, if he has knelt down, what is all this talk that he went to beg Fubara? He started the begging himself to other people when Fubara was accountant in Rivers State. When he was accountant in Rivers State, not when he was governor. That's why I say they are politicians.
Okay, so you hear what she talk. Say after all, now him starts the begging. The one she was saying before at the beginning was when he be saying yes and week. According to Ram, say yes and week when in be local government chairman when he say a name been come out for some list of kineko where Peter Odili na governor where he say he saying yes and we talk publicly saying me that beg Peter Odili. In fact, remember there are footages of him swearing that na Peter Dili saying no go ever this. Say the day I will disobey you, the day I'll talk against you. May I not see? Remember that thing, that video there everywhere. Not be me go show na the video. It the evidence like a says when the time reach on a go see am. Well, speaking about Nyesom Wike, our able FCT minister, action minister, the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, he don't talk. Say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu they change the leadership narrative for inside Nigeria as the best governor and president and leader we will get for inside this country. Mr. Wike talk this one for inside Abuja this Saturday. Today, as he say they go inspect some ongoing projects as he they prepare to bring President Tinubu may commission some things to mark in 2 years in office. Now he say Mr. Tinubu get impactful leadership where they put smiles on the faces of Nigeria. Say the kind leadership where Tinubu get say no Nigerians when they smile. All Nigerians, look at you. That his impactful leadership is putting smiles on the faces of Nigerians. And adding that the president has given first class infrastructure to residents of Abuja. He said, I have said this before. I have said before that leadership is a major issue. When you have the right leadership, people will benefit from it. Mr. President has shown that he is willing to change Nigeria and make people happy through his renewed hope agenda. Through his renewed hope agenda, which indeed is working. Now, I am happy to be identified with the leadership of Mr. President, and that is what Nigerians need right now. All of you can attest to the fact that indeed Abuja is really changing. Because it's so. You are happy for it and want to thank God Almighty for providing the right leadership in the person of through President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to provide dividend of democracy and leadership to the people of Abuja and Nigeria at large. Now, the minister said that only the blind, if you say you need a see the good thing when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu they do, if you say you don't like what they do, now you say you blind. I say now only the blind go fit say you need to see the good work where President Tinubu they do. He say only the blind or a pessimist, person when they ever see better thing. Nine, no go agree, say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu they work for the good of Nigerians. He can't talk say he they happy well as Tinubu-led administration, the impact on the life of people of Nigeria. Hey, say say what makes us happy is when people are happy. And because we see that all Nigerians are happy and we are happy, we are working for our people and we are happy that we are fulfilling promises for our people. You know what I'm saying? You understand? Right. That is what your FCT minister said. Oh, make I leave FCT minister enter inside another matter quick, because we go see Rich and Chukuma Soludo, Chukuma Charles Soludo. Okay. Chukuma Charles Soludo, it is his name. We'll talk about his matter, and then we'll also talk about I think we'll go enter the one where Bayo Onanuga carrying leg come outside because of Chukuma. The same Chukuma Charles Soludo matter. Now make our esteemed governor of Anambra State, and I want to make him bring a leg come outside. We'll talk about that one too. But before then, let's quickly get into the other issues. So there is this exclusive that a vocal critic of Nigeria's former Senate President Ahmed Lawan has been arrested in Gashau, Yobe local government and transferred to the Criminal Investigative Department in Damaturu, allegedly over his comment about controversial 5.73 billion naira water projects. Now, the man identified as Isheu Ibrahim Jada was arrested on Friday yesterday and detained overnight before being moved to Damaturu on Sunday morning, according to news we then gather. I know Siam and news now I see and read. A source familiar with the incident told newsmen that Jada's arrest was stemmed from his public remarks about the recently commissioned Nigeria's government water supply scheme in Yobe, a project allegedly completed without delivering a single drop of water. I don't know whether you understand. Say dem talk say dem do a project wey be say at the end of the day dem finish that project without one single water inside. A project wey worth this amount of money but yet one single water. I go do project of 5.17 billion naira and a water project, but one single water no drop inside. I beg make her end here. You know, good make her they talk plenty for night like this. And I don't tell them I said the one where they ban live broadcast for inside live political broadcast for inside Kano State don't they cause wahala. Even Kwankwason don't talk say hey, those people that they come to touch me when I go see shake gear for my hand. But meanwhile, in son-in-law, will be the governor, don't they talk, say, people, you cannot have political broadcast anyhow. And that one don't they cause a lot of problem because people don't they talk, say they no go grow. Because if you like say the rift don't come between journalists and media executives now. As it be say the controversy from that government banning of live program don't they rise. It don't they cause problem well for inside that place. And then talking about other things so they worry the state. But before we go to other things so they worry the state, and make her go straight, go tell on a waiting Bayo Onanuga bring himself up to today to do. So Uncle Bayo, come out today, come post this tweet. And I'm going to read the tweet for you in every true sense of it. As in use post them, and you will see the tweet. Now, he put them here, he say, the quickest way to solve a problem. Oh, no. This is not the tweet. This is not the tweet. Let me get down to the tweet, down to the bottom line of the tweet. And then, because now where in talk, I would like to look at. Okay, that is it. That is the tweet. So, he put up this tweet. He say, to all of una will be attacking maga dog. All the attacking maga dog and what thing they call on again? Mega dogs and backing dogs. All of una will they always attack President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I beg make una listen to Chukuma Soludo right now. As in explain waiting a say cause the problem of Nigeria as a day now. He offers an insight into the economic problem inherited by the Tinubu administration. He also calls it a dead economy. Now, since Tinubu took over, he has been resuscitating. That is, in they fund the economy, you don't die. They give a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. You know, that CPR. If they give up. You see, they agree they wake up because of waiting. The economy don't already die finish when it's here. Say, if they try resuscitate the dead economy, putting it on the path of sustainable growth. Under Tinubu's watch, we have reduced our debt paid off IMF loans, increased IGR phenomenally, enabled the governors to carry out so many capital projects and pay salaries. He talk a lot of things. But make we go straight, go see that thing when you say Ogachukwu Masoludu say
I was governor of Central Bank, and I met the exchange rate at about 138 naira. I am the governor that presided over having seen the rate move down from 138 to 120 to 118, and actually came down to 112 naira to the dollar before the global financial crisis of 2008-2009. And I met $10 billion as external reserves and built it to the all-time almost 63 billion that we had. And even in spite of payment of the 12 billion in external debt and then going through the worst financial crisis in history, I still left behind about 45 billion the day I left office. Now, I've seen this myself. I've seen it up, I've seen it down. And I know quite a few things. But there's a note I'll leave with you. And that is that we must realize where we're coming from. That we sat here in this country and saw the monetary authorities literally printing money. Literally, illegally, and I must say, printing money. Because I superintended the development or the drafting of the 2007 Central Bank Act. And to prevent us from getting where we are today, that's why we had an explicit clause there that prevents central bank from lending, recklessly, granting ways and means advances to the federal government. And we explicitly put in the law that you cannot grant to federal government more than 5% of the previous year's actual revenue as ways and means advances to the federal government. And that so granted must be retired by the end of the year in which it is granted. And where the federal government fails to retire that, the central bank is forbidden by that law from further advancing ways and means to it. That's the law. 2007 Act of the Central Bank. By that law, I don't think there was any time that the ways and means advances would have been more than 250 billion at any point in time. We were very stringent in doing this. And as governor, I was very bullish in insisting that we remain within the ambit of the law. But we sat there, all of us, Nigerians, we're all guilty of this. We all saw the central bank, brazenly, illegally, violating that act year on year and kept printing money, literally. Because when you advance money that is backed by nothing, you just credit the federal government, but continue to credit the account of government with trillions. 1 trillion, people shouted, 2 trillion, 10 trillion, 15 trillion, 20 trillion. And we kept going. My dear friend Sheung, I did say it before that this particular government inherited a dead economy. From a macroeconomic point of view, this government inherited a dead economy standing, almost a dead horse, but was still standing. But people didn't know it was dead. Because you cannot pour drums of water on a rock and expect that the rock will not be wet. There is humongous challenges. And I think it is important that Nigerians understand this. And that it's not a tea party. Cardoso and the Minister of Finance, when I spoke with them, each one of them I spoke to on the appointment, I said, meaning you have my congratulations and also my commiserations. Because I know what faces them. And Nigerians need our support collectively, intellectually, and in whatever way that we can. But I want to believe that, we'll lock ourselves in a room for a day or two. We must be able to get through this. Nigeria, I'm an incurable optimist in the greatness of this country. That's why I offered. That's why I applied for this job. If I don't believe in the future, in the incredible, the future of this country, then I wouldn't be, taking myself through this, what I call the executive imprisonment, as it were.
Okay, all right. So I like the name way you call in leadership. It talks say taking leadership position na executive imprisonment. Excuse me, sir. If you don't say na executive imprisonment, why you won't go for second term? Why you won't go for second tenor? Why even you can't they tell your party talk say we no go get even though you know say your party go likely get presidential candidate to una don't adopt the president as una candidate. Why you won't go second tenor, oga? Yeah, imprisonment. Person where they prison, they like come out. Oga, allow Anamabra people to liberate you from that prison. Let them free and open the prison gate for you to come out. Why you won't go second tenor, oga, if you know say na executive imprisonment? But let's even begin to look at the facts of waiting ABC talk, because not be only me answer and Nigerians answer them. Now, from waiting Soludo talk, as you may say that true, because of course, say the government of President Muhammadu Buhari borrow almost 30 trillion naira in ways and means. That is, tell government to the print money, tell CBN to the print money. CBN just did the print money for them, and government approved that. And the CBN governor, knowing that you cannot borrow beyond a certain limit, especially when government never pay off to a certain limit, he continued to the done, flagrantly disobeying the law where they don't put down for CBN against such borrowing. Now, that is to say two things. The APC administration under President Muhammadu Buhari deliberately failed the law, because now him approve most of those things with Emefiele do. So that means Emefiele should not be suffering alone wherever he is right now. Somebody else should also answer with him. Right? Secondly, that means that the government of the APC, with the look of things like this, that borrowing, that ways and means, does it collect, now put us in trouble. That means that the APC administration, now our economy, carry and come down like this. If we go by waiting Bayo Onanuga tweets, say, Makona see I don't see him, all of we go just come now, they abuse President Bola Tinubu, say, he do this one, he do that one, now he make economy do, now he make economy, Makona come see him. So now be him do the thing, and I don't see the waiting Charles Soludo talk now, say, from waiting Charles Soludo talk, say people will borrow ways and means anyhow, say then cause the problem for Nigeria. Oh, if that is the case, that means it is the APC administration that, the same APC administration where President Bola Tinubu say, I will continue from where Buhari started. Not be wait till I make it talk now. Now our dear president now talk out of his own free will, saying go continue from where he stopped. And then what stops him as a president to call out people who are responsible for this thing, punish them, collect the money for their hand? The same ways and means where we say till now, National Assembly they do like this to use investigate them. Where the government don't tell us that they don't pay off all ways and means by turning them into national debt. The same ways and means, the same borrowing money, where it be say we not even get the audacity to even probe what they carry that money do. That same ways and means, nice Soludo they talk and say na ruin our economy. And Bayo Onanuga, they invariably they admit saying that ways and means borrowing na ruin our economy. And then you could not even at least probe the people who put us inside this problem. You could not probe them. You can't do anything to them. And you keep quiet. How then? Who did then? The Nigerian people and I go come bear the brunt. Oh, what? Well, let me show you what Nigeria. You know, I'd always like come with witness because Nigerian people also get an answer to that. Oh, yeah, make on see what people answer them one by one. This auntie speak English. She said the quickest way to solve a problem is first admit to the problem. So if I was advising ways or advancing, that is paying advancing ways and means that got us here. Why is APC still in power and still celebrating Buhari? I don't know you. Don't ask me. He say hypocrisy and barefaced lies. Well, that one are one of the comments where BC people make. And another person said, come make comment. People just make comment. Go under Bayo Onanuga post. Gone. I need the comment. They tell them how the team do them for body. Because say, oh, people they answer him. He say, does that invalidate your position that Igbos Igbos enter inside? Igbos are venoms and them shouldn't be allowed to near leadership position. APC blaming APC jokers. And someone said, keep deceiving yourself. We are all set for 2027 and we are praying for God to keep all of us alive. We shall see. Say they will see him for 2027. Well, a lot of people just the lambastan for this one. In fact, a lot of people even said that, oh, so that means you are now admitting, saying that your APC administration now ruined the economy. That is what you have admitted to right now. And so Buhari blamed PDP. APC is blaming APC for inheriting dead economic. Now, wow, how we go take do this up? Now you can see reactions from Nigerians on top of the matter. What do we do with this? Then now speaking about Chukwumacha Soludo, dear governor of Anambra State, let's go straight down to what he did. So the day before yesterday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu visited Anambra State, where he said he go inaugurate some projects for inside Anambra State. And then the esteemed governor of Anambra State, spoke in the podium when they welcomed the president. He called for inside the opening speech and welcome speech. He said a lot of things. But people don't go back, go watch those things when he talk. No, they come pick a loophole for what's in it.
Your visit to Anambra State today, Mr. President, is historic and consequential. The last state visit by a president was in 2012, ostensibly to commission a brewery and another private enterprise. This visit is not just to commission projects. We have over 500 kilometers of roads, flyovers, bridges completed and waiting completion. I'm waiting for commissioning. We have about 5 brand new general hospitals and world-class trauma center completed, equipped and waiting for commissioning. We have new smart schools and water projects waiting for commissioning. New markets and bus terminal, etc., etc.
Okay, all right. Make I just rewind that part when you talk again.
Your visit to Anambra State today, Mr. President, is historic and consequential. The last state visit by a president was in 2012, ostensibly to commission a brewery and another private enterprise.
Okay, Mako end am here. Say the last state visit where be say that is the last presidential visit where Anambra State experienced. Now in 2012, that is during Peter Obi administration, and say now to commission a brewery and other private enterprise. At the common other private enterprise. So you see, it's good that we have facts and figures in the things what they do. You don't have to be for anybody to say the truth when you see the truth, right? Okay, to commission a brewery and other private enterprise. Now waiting the then president, I was Goodluck Jonathan at that time when he come due. Now, make we look at some things will happen when Goodluck Jonathan visit Anambra State. Then he also talk, say, also one of the things I would like to say, does it mean that Soludo is throwing a jab at Obiano? Obiano will fight to make sure, say, input Soludo in. If they throw a jab at Obiano, so Obiano could not attract any project who could bring a president to come commission. Is that what he's trying to say? Throwing a jab at person will be say fight tooth and nail to make sure say in stay in their power, in take over from him. Is it throwing a jab at Obiano that Obiano you know fit attract any president to come do commissioning for your state? That means you didn't do anything for the state. Is that what Soludo is trying to say? But let's even go to the truth behind what in talk. Say the last state visit now 2012 when be say President Goodluck Jonathan come commission a brewery and other private enterprise. Ngwano, make we go dey see am one by one. So first of all, President Goodluck Jonathan visit Anambra State in 2012, and he commissioned quite a number of things when he go 2012. Nigeria and Anambra presents Jonathan's commissions Nigeria's first private refinery, Onitsha River Port Harcourt, River Port, right? That's some of the things where he be say he commission. Let's look at the headlines. I dey read these headlines and from Nigerian headline, no, not be me write the news them all. The Moku see some things that will happen. Witness President Jonathan to commission crude oil production in Anambra State. Politics. Naira Land. The owner of Naira Land, na Yoruba man. So just so you know, so make you no be like say, would he talk the thing because of say would he do favoritism? No, me, I am from River State. So let's go to other issues again. Now let's look at the inside that things and where it be say a commission. In fact, the visit. Now, according to him, the president will visit inside the news. The president will visit. The president visit will pave way for the creation of 5,000 jobs and also change the fortune of the state in many other ways. While in Anambra, Mr. Jonathan is expected to inaugurate one or commission projects such as Orient Petroleum. Orient Petroleum Oil. That is like the first oil company in Anambra State, if I am not mistaken. Please put me through. Sabmila Brewery, where be this brewery, where be said they accused about like this. Orange Drugs Company, a Crisoral Company, and the Onitsha Inland Port. This now what's it now news? Now inside what did they call them? Newspaper. Now I crop that part from make you for see them. I didn't write this news. Now news them will be say they available based on the headline at that time. You can see the headlines of the news at that time. So I didn't Jonathan then out of that new from that visit, now this news come and say Jonathan designates Anambra as oil producing state. Jonathan designates Anambra as oil producing state. By the way, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, a professor of economics, a person who sabi something well. He know the importance of President Jonathan visit to Anambra State, right? And I'm coming to lay down some of those importance to you. So now that visit where Jonathan visit 2012, now put Anambra for the landmark for inside the map of oil producing states. Remember that the same 2012 we talk about during that visit, right? Okay, we could begin go to other things where that particular visit attract at that time. Now let's talk about the oil producing state where we say Anambra State don't become. Now that oil producing state where Anambra, now you can see the headline. That's where I got the screenshot from, and you can see it's in a Premium Times. And all right, the news. EG designates Anambra oil producing state. Orient Petroleum Resources PLC has pioneered oil exploration in the state. Has pioneered oil exploration in the States. It is not Precious Any that wrote this news. You can see the date, 31st of August, 2012, by Premium Times. I did not write it. How come a governor will come on public radio, say, and public television, say, the first time a president or we had a state visit was when somebody came to commission a brewery.
Your visit to Anambra State today, Mr. President, is historic and consequential. The last state visit by a president was in 2012, ostensibly to commission a brewery and another private enterprise.
Okay, so I could end them here. You hear them? A brewery and another. That means one other, just one more extra state enterprise. Saying now waiting then come commission. One more state enterprise, another enterprise. 9 they come commission. But how did he forget to mention the Orange Petroleum? How did he forget to mention the Submila? How did he forget these things? Now let's even look at the importance. Make you see the 2024 statistics of oil producing oil production for inside the country and how what did they call them? Anambra use get shares for inside. Now this now how Anambra don't become like 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th largest oil producing state for inside Nigeria. Why? Thanks to the commissioning of that project, we put Anambra for the map as oil production or oil producing state. How? And then Professor Soludo is gaining a lot from. In fact, Anambra tops first now among all Southeast states, ahead of Imo State and Abia State as the state where they produce oil. Why? Thanks to that project where it be say the Goodluck Jonathan then commission. will bring about Anambra to become oil production state. I mean, if I am wrong, please kindly call in and put me through. I mean, I'm not a repository of knowledge, so I may not know it all. So I like us to have a clear conversation here, make for fit understand. So you really don't have to like someone or hate someone for you to speak good of them. Now, here is the kind of money that they are likely to get, or he is getting as a governor, because of this landmark where we say Anambra State. Don't put 2024. First 6 months of 2024, this is how much Anambra State got in oil, 4.13 billion naira in 13% derivation. Anambra State gets 4.13 billion naira in 13% derivation. Oil producing state share in own share. Now 4.13 billion naira. Why? Because of say Anambra State don't become oil producing state. How? During the tenure of Peter Obi. During the tenure of Peter Obi. And that project was commissioned. This is not even about whether it was during Peter Obi or not, but it was commissioned during Peter Obi's administration when the last time Goodluck Jonathan visited the state. Now, this particular project don't give a lot of jobs to Anambra people. I don't want to talk about the state breweries, whether they give job for people or not. But every other thing we say the Goodluck Jonathan commission there, has it given job and still keeps giving job to the Anambra or not? That is the question. And has Chukwuma Soludo, benefited from this oil production based on that commissioning or not? This is now 2024 statistics, 2024 figure. And that is to say that he was governor in 2024. He benefited. He took this money the first 6 months of 2024. How can you take this money first 6 months of 2024 and then now you come out and say the first time a state visit or a president visited the state was when a president came to commission a brewery, that is one brewery and one other private project.
Your visit to Anambra State today, Mr. President, is historic and consequential. The last state visit by a president was in 2012, ostensibly to commission a brewery and another private enterprise.
You hear him? A brewery, one, and one other private enterprise. Orange drugs. We know how much. And then they make Delta soap and all of those cosmetics and products and owner they use. How come you cannot even? So you don't have to see these things that our leaders do, especially within the South and Southeast. It is so bad. We should not be playing politics of bitterness and equity and bitterness. We should not be playing such politics. There is nothing that stops you from at least, okay, if you don't want to give accolades to what he did right, then don't mention him. Don't even bring him in the picture. Just keep quiet. Just keep quiet. Don't say anything. Just pass. Don't say your eye they pain you. You know see what they do. If you know, say you know go feel mention that thing when they do right, then just look the other way. Not put your mouth inside. Instead of you to talk what in person they do, then can't lie. Because this is tantamount to lying. The last state visit of a president to Anambra State was in 2012 when there was a commissioning of a brewery and another one. That another means one other. This will not be like the and for FCT. Oh, turn around, you understand? Another means one other project, one other private project. But I had mentioned to you here series of projects that were commissioned by Goodluck Jonathan as explicitly expressed by Premium Times. See, I'm here. While in Anambra, Mr. Jonathan is expected to inaugurate Guinea or commission Guinea projects such as Orient Petroleum Oil, Sabmila Brewery, where be the brewery, Orange Drug Company, Crisoral Company, and the Onitsha Inland Port. The Onitsha Inland Port, sef, that one private property. Now, P2P Papa get up in village people. Why are we like this? Why are we like this? Why are we like this? Hating on another person too much would not make anybody love you. This pick me attitude not gonna make people actually pick you. It is very unfair. Well, if this is your first time of joining us, kindly click on the subscription button. I follow us like a village people now. Click on the subscription button and or you like the post now. Or you like now. Make us reach our promised land. Or you kindly click on the like button, click on the subscription button, and follow us reach our promised land. It's now time for us to take your thoughts and reactions on the matter. Please kindly like and share. Please make you pay your offering by liking and sharing. Look, sharing is free. Liking is free. Subscription is free. All of them are free. You need to pay money to any of them. So why are you doing this? Oh yeah, now like na free it be. Subscribe na free it be. And share this post so that we would continue to educate ourselves on all the issues we say we don't raise tonight for inside the show. Yeah, phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions. So if you click on the comment section, if you go to the comment section on YouTube, you will see a pinned post where inside the comment section. Follow that pinned post, click on the link where for inside that pinned post. It will bring you straight come inside the studio to come join me live for inside the studio. Or you will call us for our WhatsApp line. Yes, 0817 029 4077 are the WhatsApp number to call. 0817 029 4077. That is the WhatsApp number to call. That is 0817 029 4077. That is the number to call. I see your messages. Thank you so much. I think I have someone on the line. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Precious, so like
Oh,
yourself.
stop it. I like it.
How are you?
Adiara, how about you?
I'm looking at you. That hair that you did down fits your face much, much, much better.
Thank you.
So be leaving the hair down.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm calling from Houston.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you, Jerry. I spoke with you the other time.
Yes, I noticed.
You know, I'm listening to some of the things that you're saying.
Yes.
Bottom line in Nigeria, to say it's only God that will help us. That's one is prayer that we're praying higher.
Nah.
Now Nigerians need to arise
and help
get
themselves.
Their country back.
I agree.
Get their country back, because God is not going to come down from heaven to fight for us. We have 100%. To arise and get our country back. You know, as I've been in this country, I learned something from American history here. You know, when they came from Europe, right? Mm-hmm. And Britain was colonizing them, oppressing them. They got to a point at the continental within their color, when the people got to the point where they say, you know what, give us liberty or give us death. Hey! When Nigerians don't suffer and reach,
you kill all of us or you give us what we want.
Kill all of us or give us liberty.
Ew.
I mean, this is too much. The corruption, that's what is killing us. The corruption, as much as God has blessed this country, our leaders are so corrupt. That's the thieving way all of them don't thief. I don't even know.
Madam, you hear that statistics where we say Interpol released at that time talk say the amount of money where they leave Nigeria every hour, hundreds of thousands of dollars every hour they leave Nigeria every hour.
And then you look at it, you say these people, what is it that they
not be Holy Spirit they move those money like human beings.
What is it that they want to do with this money? You're only one human being. No, Nigerians, and I heard, sorry, let me be jumping about Utomi. Okay. When River State women, I was born in Port Harcourt, so I'm quite bomb. I'll call myself River State woman, Ojari.
You are, please.
When they are saying, hey, President, we beg. We don't need to beg them. Nigerians are so uneducated. If only they realize that the power belongs to the people. The power belongs to the people. The government should be accountable to the people. You're not begging. It's like you like this. You go and employ somebody. And don't say you so you get people the way they work for you. And you're paying them. Do you beg them to do their work?
For your salary. Abi, you go beg me before I pay you salary.
Can you imagine? So Nigerians were so in short, words fail me this night. Sorry. You don't beg the government. The government is supposed to be answerable to you. But the corruption in every level of Nigerian government is not allowing that country to function. It is so frustrating. But the people need to get up and get their country back. The people need to get up and get their country back. And it can happen. We just need to organize ourselves. This government, they have taken us for granted for too long. With impunity now, they are coming out koro. Like thieving now, they are thieving with reckless abandon because the people can't do jack. That's why they have the infantry to be doing all that they are doing.
Ouch. Like we go do what we go do. What if you do about them? And not if you do anything.
That's it. That's what they are doing. And the people are not doing anything. That's why nobody made you talk the other day. say with a thief because including him himself,
Say,
all of them
say
are
because
thieves.
una they stone us.
Because nobody they stone us. Because if they stone this government, they will not do what they are doing.
And just to be clear, this is not just about President Bola Ahmed
Tinubu.
Tinubu's administration. This is about our democracy from beginning throughout. So not be just about Tinubu administration.
When we do not have, arms of government. Can you imagine? I heard that day, I didn't hear the song, but I hear, look at Akpabio. That him, president of Senate, I'll be waiting. I don't even know what he's still doing there. Because as we heard that the person who stole election for him, they have been praising that one. How can he still be there?
He say no go come out.
So here that he said when president brings what is it that he brings? He said on your mandate we stand. You that you're supposed to be checking the executive. What is going on? But like I said, Nigerians, they never suffer enough because if they don't suffer rich, when they don't suffer rich, where they say, you know what, give us liberty or give us death, then they will arise. That is the only way. Nigeria is way long past the revolution.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Precious. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jerry. Let me allow other people talk.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Continue to educate the people. Continue to educate the people. Maybe they will learn.
We will learn. We will learn. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
God bless you, Jerry.
Thank you. Amen. All right. I have someone at the backyard. Make a Adam sharp. Hello. You be elder statesman. Chai. This one where you carry cola nuts put for your DP. Oga.
Well done.
He said, what's in your name? Chai. Hey. Or the Kwama.
Or the norm and everything as well. Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you
Go
for
ahead,
having me.
please.
Thank you.
Where are you joining
Thank you very
from?
much for having me. I'm in the US.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Listen, I'll make it quick, short, and snappy.
Okay.
Let's talk about the business of politics. Soludo is playing politics. It's funny, we're looking at this based on emotion, which is great, but take away emotion and let's look at this based on politics. Soludo has to step on Peter Obi's neck. He needs to get his competition out of the way. And
competition for what? Is Peter Obi about to be the governor of Anamabra State again?
Well,
or Soludo wants to become president? Or Soludo wants to become the president of Nigeria?
Soludo wants to become I go to 5 before I go 6. You understand?
So how is he stepping on his neck immediately? Okay, go ahead.
Because to become governor, you need to get away all the dust. And for people that support Peter Obi,
so do you think Peter Obi would not support him to be governor?
It doesn't matter. It's like business. If you're running a business, you have to do whatever it takes to kill your competition, and that's what Soludo is doing. Soludo wants to run a second term. Now, for people talking about president, we'll cross that river when we get there. We're not looking at it based on the science of politics. There's no friendship in business. There's no friendship in business. There's no friendship in politics. I didn't mean one day here. We just want to win and move on. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sounds like a bitter truth. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Well, I agree with you. So you have to run someone down. Whatever you have to do to get the person off the road, you have to do it. But that means Soludo should also beat his chest to agree that he's a liar. Admit that I am lying because I'm a politician. You can say the truth, because this is a big lie. We all could see the truth here. But he lied for national television. I mean, our elders not supposed to be lying now, because somebody like me now, when you see no, come tell and say they lie, no good now. Thank you so much, anyway. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Okay. Moving on to some of your messages. Soludo Green everywhere. But I don't know why. Well, my brother here don't talk and finish, and he don't explain the matter finish. Well, as it take be, I guess that's exactly what it is. I see all your messages. They are quite much. I may not be able to read all of them. And with His Excellency contact, should advise him to be careful about Soludo. He should be. You think Peter Obi may not know himself, or you think that him Soludo too may not also know himself? He can be educated but not wise. Peter Obi told Soludo to perform at the highest level in keeping with his professional standard. And then what again, Precious? He is very of going to human capital projects. Now government lodge. Okay. All right. All right. government lodge. Not be smart, you know. That is his. Well, he said he built how many thousand rooms. I've decided to mute him. Pressure. You don't have to. We need a lot of this banter, right? Just like my brother here said, so that everybody's head could correct. As a matter of fact. Well, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you for joining the broadcast this evening, and sincere apologies that I had to start late. If or no happen, but this was typically the show must go on. I had to ensure that no matter the downside, I come on today. Make a go reawake my inverter. We don't die. My battery of inverter we don't die. Whether I go figure light or I go you sleep tonight. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing, with Prince Francis Chilaka. And then on Monday, we'll continue our normal weekday parole. Please protect your mental health and kindly share this post. Please kindly like and share. Send to as many people as possible. Make we educate ourselves. You can even cut them in bits and send to your WhatsApp groups. Please like, share, send, cut bits of APC. As you see, it's not about insulting anyone, it's not about abusing people, but it's about stating facts and with evidence. Evidence. May they see and say evidence day. So not be just so they talk. And that's why I'm a journalist. I'm not just a blogger. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I see you tomorrow evening, God willing. Protect your mental health and stay cool. Good night.